Good morning, guys. It is the morning of the 31st of December, and if it looks like I just got out of bed, that's right. We just put the horses out in their pasture, and I figured, because I've been asked a lot about like New Year's and fireworks and our horses, and I figured I could spend the day showing you what we do. With our horses, we've been fortunate enough to be able to make New Year's a very pleasant experience for them. So the horses get out early because people don't shoot fireworks in the morning, usually. And they will be going back inside at about 3 because it gets dark between 3 and 4. So I'm going to go back up to the house and get some breakfast because I don't eat breakfast before I go to the stable. And I will see you a bit later. Okay, so we're about 3-4 hours later since last time I shot something, and as you can tell, we are already working on closing and blacking out the windows. So you can basically use whatever for this. I'm using a mix of whatever I have and some duct tape. Okay, so all the horses are safely inside. None of them cared about the windows being blocked out, which we didn't really expect anyone to care about, but you know, still. As you can probably hear in the background, we've cranked the ventilation system up to like max. I have to get up, get dressed for New Year's and get the table ready. So everything is prepared and stable. We have food ready, the horses are safe inside their boxes. And I'll see you in a few hours. So it's now a little bit past 7 and I'm about to head indoor to check on the horses. A few of the neighbors have started shooting some fireworks and we can definitively see some in the distance, but there's nothing too crazy, so whoop, here's the light. You can always hope that it doesn't turn too dramatic. Hi! I got you a 4 little pizza paw. Hello! Yeah! Thank you! So far, the report is that they are insecure, and I think, obviously from living through this a couple of times, they know what's coming. But they aren't like afraid and they aren't too uncomfortable, so we'll just have to see how this looks in a couple of hours. And we are now 15 minutes past 11, which means that we're getting closer to the time where most people venture outside to fire the fireworks, and I'll be heading down to the stable to give them something to eat. I hope you can hear me over this super loud ventilation system. I cranked it up like to the max of all possible maxes because it makes a lot of noise. So it's about 30 minutes till everything blows up. I'm not going to be here. When they're alone, they have to use all the life experience they have and everything that we've taught them about handling stress and solving problems and accepting situations. And they usually do really well. officially 1 o'clock and we are 1 hour into 2021. The horses are completely fine. I'm turning the fan down to normal levels. All the horses are looking good. They've eaten a lot of food, which I like. All the animals inside our house are good. I am giving them a little bit more food and I'm opening some windows because our drafts have far too much fur for this. Brego is the one the most worried out of the four, and I think that is just because he got so incredibly afraid last year, and he's not been too stressed, he's just been insecure. So he's been a little bit sweaty, but it's not, I mean, looking in his box, I don't see any signs of him being in actual distress. So I opened his window so he can look back at the world and see that most things are back to normal. Not Norway, we're always in Norway. And I can tell from the way he's standing right now that he is resting one of his hind legs, so it means he's quite chill. So all in all, it's been very successful, and I hope everyone watching this had a good New Year's. I hope you were as safe as can be and that 2021 is a tiny bit better. We had snow!